Hello, everyone. A very good evening to each one of you present in today's webinar. Each one of you present. My name is Rochaka, and I'll be guiding you today. We have selected 3 states and we'll be talking about the state counseling processes today: UP, Uttarakhand, and Haryana. As all of these states have released their schedule for the counseling process and even started with the registration part. So we'll be talking about the registration and the counseling process for all of these states today. Before moving ahead, firstly, I would like to talk a little bit about the MCC's counseling process. So MCC, I am sure and I hope that all the eligible candidates and all those who were willing to participate in the MCC counseling, all of you would have successfully registered and even filled your choice filling as well for the MCC counseling. And I hope you all get the seat as you deserve and as per your preference in the very first round only. I'm also, if you have any doubt, any confusion related to the, counseling rules for the MCC counseling also, still we have time. We can get that clarified, and round 1 in MCC is always a free exit. So whatever would be the result, if you get your deserved college, if you get your preferred institute, then you can take a decision to go ahead with that particular institute or not. If you're not satisfied with the allotment, if you have an option to freely exit from round 1. But round 2, we have to be very careful with round 2 rules. So I would suggest you to take a very calculative and a wise decision for the subsequent round. So let's move ahead with the state counseling processes. We were receiving a lot of queries regarding Uttar Pradesh counseling process, registration process. Many students were facing a lot of doubts. So we will be clarifying all of that today. Firstly, I'll take you through a small presentation where I'll be talking about the state admission processes. And after that, as always, we will talk about we will take the questions which you are posting in the chat box. Before moving ahead, my only request would be to please post your query only once. We will try to answer all of your questions, but if you will post the same question again and again, it becomes a little difficult for us to identify the queries. So my only request would be to please post a question only once. Okay. So firstly, we'll talk about Uttar Pradesh admission process. So this is the counseling schedule. The official schedule, I would call it, that registration has started. 25th to 28th July is the date. Then you can pay the fee. Again, the payment of fee will be allowed till 28th July 5 p.m. Then merit list would be announced on 29th July. And you'll have to do the online choice filling from 31st July to 3rd August. Then the seat allotment result would be announced on 3rd or 4th August. Then after that, we'll have to download the seat allotment letter and move ahead with the process. So this is the eligibility for UP state counseling. Those who are a domicile of Uttar Pradesh will be eligible for the state quota seats. Those who are resident of Uttar Pradesh but study 10+2 from any other state are also eligible for the state quota seats, but provided they will be required to submit their domicile certificate. For private colleges, you do not have to show the domicile certificate. Even if you have not completed your qualification from UP, then also you can apply for the private colleges. So basically, UP is an open state. Other state students can apply, can fill the application form for private colleges. Now, talking about the counseling process for round 1 and 2, after choice filling, locking of choices is compulsory. else you won't be allotted a seat in that particular round. Admission on the allotted seat is compulsory. After allotment, you will have to take admission. If you don't accept a seat, then your security amount will be forfeited. So I would like to tell you that free exit is not available in case of UP state counseling process like we have in most of the other states as well as MCC. For round one, we have an option to freely exit, but in UP, we do not have this provision. If in round one you have been allotted a seat and those who have taken admission, they will be eligible to participate in round two, and you can reshuffle your choices in round two of the process. During second round of seat allotment, those who will get the seat as round one allotment, they will not eligible to participate in the subsequent counseling rounds. Coming to the mop-up round, fresh registrations would be available in the mop-up round. Those who have been allotted a seat in round one and round two, you would not be eligible to participate in the mop-up round. And those who have been admitted, maybe if you have been allotted a seat but you did not join in, or you resigned from your allotted seat, then also you will become ineligible for mop-up round. So basically the rules are more or less the same for this round as well. Those who have already registered in earlier rounds and choice filling has also been done, they will not be able to reshuffle their choices for the mop-up round. Yeah, so the seats which would be left vacant after round one and round two, those seats will be considered for the mop-up round only. Now, bond details for UP after completion of the course, the students will have to serve the Uttar Pradesh government for 2 years. And if he or she fails to serve the bond, then they will have to pay a penalty of 10 lakhs to the UP government. So when you are applying for the admission process, please be clear with the bond conditions as well, as if you are allotted a seat in the government college, you will have to fill in the bond conditions. Before moving ahead, before talking about the Uttarakhand counseling process, I would like to address a few queries which we are receiving frequently in relation to Uttar Pradesh state counseling process. The very first information I would like to talk about is regarding UP, regarding the biology as a single subject. Many of you are facing, I'm sure many of you would be facing issue with this, that while registration in the application form, you would be provided an option asking, have you passed class 10 10+2 with biology as a single subject? So many students are getting confused with this rule. So basically, bio as a single subject simply means that the students who pass bio as a single subject in maybe they have studied past class 12th with all of their 5 subjects in let's say in 2022, but in 2023 they again applied separately for biology and they appeared for biology subject again. So this is what means by biology as a single subject. So basically it is for those students who have a single mark sheet, a separate mark sheet for bio as a subject. Because when you'll be selecting this particular option, if you'll mark it as yes, bio as a single subject, then you would be you will be getting an option to upload your three different certificates, your 10th mark sheet, 12th mark sheet, and your biology mark sheet separately. But since the students who have completed their class 12th with say, let's suppose English, physics, chemistry, bio, and another 5th subject, so you would be having a single mark sheet only mentioning your physics, chemistry, and biology scores. So in that case, you should select no over here. But many of you have selected yes, and in that case, as far as the information which we have received from the students, you all might have uploaded your 12th mark sheet only in the column which asks for biology mark sheet. That's also fine as of now. Also, we would request you to please write to the authorities once, and those who are visiting the nodal centers can get this information clarified again from the center as well. The second confusion among students is regarding the verification of documents. So this we have received information from some students that they have received a message stating that their documents have been verified successfully. Some of the students have received a message stating that their documents have not been verified successfully. And in that case, they have to visit the nodal center. So that's clear. If you have received a message that your message, or maybe it is showing on your portal or via email, then it's simple that your documents have been verified. If not, we would suggest you to please get connected to your nearest nodal center and get your, if possible for you, visit the nodal center and get your documents verified at the center, because they have clearly mentioned if your documents have not been verified, then you have to visit the nodal center. So these are the two major queries which we were receiving from collectively from all the students regarding Uttar Pradesh state counseling process. Talking about, let's move ahead and talk about Uttarakhand counseling. So this is the schedule for Uttarakhand counseling. For round 1, registration, application form, choice filling has to be done from 27th to 31st July. Please take care of the timings also. I would request you to please take care of the timings as well. For Uttarakhand, 31st July, 5 p.m. is the last time. Some students wait for, the last, maybe if you're not aware with the timings, then you might miss out on your application. So please take care of the time as well. Choice filling for the very first round will again the same day will be done from 27 to 31st. And result would be declared on 3rd of August, and last date for joining the allotted colleges 8th August. Eligibility criteria for the domiciled candidates and those who have passed 11th and 12th from Uttarakhand. Those who are not domiciled but have passed 10+2 from a recognized board of Uttarakhand can also apply, but you will not be getting benefit of any type of reservation. Those who are domiciled but passed 10+2 from outside of Uttarakhand, you will also be eligible. Other state students will be eligible for management quota seats. This is the registration fee and the security amount which has to be paid. It is reflected on your screens. Registration fee is 6,500 and security deposit for government colleges is 10,000 rupees. Private, it's 1 lakh rupees, and for private dental colleges, again, it's 1 lakh for all the categories. Fresh registrations will be allowed for round 1, round 2, and round 3. Also, choice filling is compulsory in each of the rounds. If in round 1, you get a seat in, free exit would be available in case of Uttarakhand State Counselling. And you can also upgrade for further rounds. In round 2, free exit is not available. Upgradation is also not allowed. And similarly, the same rules for the mop-up round. So free exit would only be available in case of round 1. So if you are applying for Uttarakhand, please make a note that you can exit from the process only till round 1. These are the documents which would be required for the counseling process. Allotment letter, mark sheet, 10th and 12th mark sheet, and your certificates. Admit card, result card. If you belongs to any reserve category, then your category certificate. Then domicile certificate, valid ID proof. Other documents as asked by the college authority. So please take care. The students who are applying for several open states, you have to please take care of the schedules as well. And because in most of the states, free exit is only available in round 1. So if you are applying for multiple states, you have to take care you have to be updated with the schedule so that you can exit from the state counseling process within time. If you want to avail free exit, so you can take an exit within time. Now, talking about the bond details, the candidates who are selected for Veer Chandra Singh Garhwali Government Institute of Medical Science and Research or have to serve the respective institute for 2 years. If fail to serve the stipulated period, you'll have to pay a penalty of 5 lakh rupees. Now, coming towards the Haryana counseling process. This is the counseling schedule. Registration and choices, submission of choices from 26 to 29 July. Then seats allocation from would be done on 30th July. Then last date for joining the institute would be 8th August. So this complete schedule is mentioned on your screen. Please take a look at it. Okay, I hope you all would have checked the schedule now. We will be moving ahead with the eligibility criteria. So the students who are bona fide residents of Haryana and whose parents produce Haryana resident certificate are eligible to take admission to the government colleges. For management quota, students from all over the states are eligible to apply, irrespective of their domicile and their place of study. Talking about the counseling process, it will be conducted definitely on the basis of your NEET scores. The counseling is being conducted in 4 phases: round 1, round 2, mop-up round, and vacancy round. Security fee and registration fee is displayed on your screens. 2,500 for underserved category. For SC, BC, EWS, PWD categories of Haryana, you'll have to pay 1,250 rupees and 10,000 for NRI category. Okay, let's talk about round-wise rules for the counseling process. Fresh registration and choice filling is compulsory. If any seat is allotted, then candidate will have the following options: free exit, join and upgradation, join and close your admission, which means that you would do not wish to participate in the further rounds. If any seat is not allotted, then definitely you would be eligible for the next round. Now, second round of counseling, these rules will be followed. Those fresh registrations would be allowed for the candidates, those who have missed the registration in round 1 or those who would like to register only from round 2. Now, the candidates who have already registered and wish to participate in the second round does not require to register again. However, you will have to give willingness to participate. Registered candidates who have been allotted a seat in the first round, candidates who have joined the seat allotted during first round but wish for upgradation, or candidates who have been allotted a seat during first round but have not joined. Then candidates who wish to participate in second round of the online counseling will have to submit their preferences list again. And the candidates who have been allotted a seat in second round of counseling but they do not join, then their security money will be forfeited. However, they'll be eligible to participate again in the mop-up round. So these are the conditions for the second round of Haryana State Counseling. Coming towards the mop-up round, fresh registrations will be available. Those who have already registered themselves in the previous round, they need not to pay again. Those who have already joined on the seat allotted to them through All India Counseling or State Counseling shall not be eligible to participate. Upgradation is not allowed. Fresh choice filling is compulsory. So students, please take care of these rules, round-wise rules when you do apply for the counseling process, because these are very important. These are the documents which would be required: 10th and 12th mark sheet, your character certificate, bona fide resident certificate, category certificate, proof of identification, passport size photographs, printout of your application form, provisional allotment letter, income certificate for EWS candidate, certificate of disability, dependent, freedom fighter, minority if applicable. So I am just waiting on the screen for like 1 to 2 minutes so that you can have a look at it. Okay, I hope you would have understood the rules for all the three state counselings. But I am sure that all of you must be confused, or must be strategizing as to how you can participate in both the counselings, MCC as well as the state counselings, or how can you participate successfully in two different state counselings, or maybe if you want to take apply in uh, different states, 3 4 different states, so how should you manage the counseling process? So for that, I would suggest you to please consider the schedules very carefully. Yes, you'll have to take care of the counseling schedules very carefully, because in round one, as mentioned, that for most of the states, uh, like the three states which we are talking today, except UP, in the other two states, free exit is available. But you have to take care of the conditions, that you have to take care of the schedule, that when round one of MCC would be allowed, or when MCC counseling is um, in the second round of the counseling process, that so by then, whether you have decided you would like to go ahead for the MCC counseling, or you would like to go ahead with the state counselings. Because once the MCC's counseling is being in the second round, and let's suppose if you would have applied for the deemed universities, so uh, now, there can be a condition that in the second round of MCC, you have been allotted a seat in a deemed university, and simultaneously, you get a seat in your state counseling, any of the states. If you will leave the seat which is allotted through MCC counseling, then your security money will be forfeited. So you will have to take care of such conditions. The very important, understanding the rules of the states and MCC is very important. Similarly, it is important for you to stay updated with the schedules of all of these states. Now, I shall move ahead with the questions which you have mentioned in the chat box, and we'll talk about those. So NB says, I have registered myself for UP State Counseling, and date of online verification of document is from 25th to 28th. But still today I have not received verification slip in mail and message. In that case, NB, I would suggest you to please If you are from UP only, try to visit your nearest nodal center. And if not, try to connect with your nodal center as soon as possible. Okay, NV says, is there a bond in Sharda or NIMS, Greater Noida? I just got to know that there is a rural service bond in Subharti, so which is private. So please tell me about the same. Yes, in some private colleges or deemed universities, there can be some bond conditions. So you will have to, you know, check the bond rules for each and every state as well as college, your preferred colleges. As of now, I don't remember exactly the bond rules for Sharda and NIMS, Greater Noida, but I have. We will let you know. One of our counselors will let you know about it. So we will let you know about it, NB. So again, NV says, what is the benefit of state merit list, which will be coming on 29th July? Um, Merit list basically gives you an idea of your position in your state, in among the students who have applied in your particular state counseling processes. So it will give you an idea of uh, your position in among other students who have applied for the same state counseling. Choice filling and choice locking simply means, NB, that you'll have to fill in, you'll have to add the colleges, arrange the colleges in the order of your preference, and on the last day, you will have to lock your choices. So is class 11th mark sheet also required at the point of time? Because my 11th report card is in my school, it was due to COVID time, we have not taken back to home. So, and if 11th mark sheet, usually they do ask for 10th and 12th mark sheet. But I would suggest you to please take your 11th mark sheet from your school. It would be beneficial for you. Okay, Aniruddha says, in case I am allotted a college in round 1 and I apply for upgradation and I upgrade in round 2, how much time is given to surrender the seat and collect the original docs and submit the in the upgraded college? So, Anirudh, uh, if you are asking about the MCC counseling process, and because resignation rule is you'll have to take get your seat NOC from your previous college and then move ahead with the upgrade next college. So that time period again would be, you have to do this by once the result is announced, during the time of reporting only, the time period which is provided to you for reporting. For round 2, I think for MCC, if I'm not wrong, it's 9 days. So during that period only, you'll have to do the, go back to your previous college and get that seat cancelled and come back to your new college. So in case I get a call from AFMC, is there any liberty given until the test at AFMC are conducted and the results announced? Anirudh asks this question. So liberty, I don't know what liberty in what field you are asking about, Aniruddha, but AFMC, generically, if I talk about AFMC, so AFMC is very strict about and very particular about their rules and regulations. So they will be giving you a particular time frame when you'll have to, visit that particular institute. There you'll have to, they'll be conducting the test, the psychological assessment test, and English, which they call it test of English language and logical reasoning. Then the interview would also be conducted. So liberty, I am still not very clear what kind of liberty you're asking about, but yes, when they are very particular with their schedule, when they'll ask you to go to, you'll have to visit the institute for the process, you'll have to go there to complete the formalities. Then Mukul Rastogi says, how to coordinate MCC and state counseling hand in hand. So Mukul, as I said, please take care of the schedules and the rules. That way only you can coordinate well between MCC and the state counselings. Every year, students, are in such a situation. By being updated about the conditions and the timelines, if you follow all of that, then you won't be facing any issue. So Mukul again says, how much time will be there to make resign of round one college of MCC and to join round one college of state? Now, Mukul, it depends. MCC's schedule has already been released. You can take account of that. You can consider that. And for which particular state you are asking about, you'll have to check the schedule for that particular state. Then Mathria, you have asked a question again and again. Can you please tell us the name of 5 best private medical colleges of UP at 240 NEET marks? I belongs to Rajasthan domicile. See, at this, as per your rank, because admissions are not done on the basis of marks, and again, my request would be, if you are considering the marks, then please don't do that. Check your admission chances based on your NEET rank, and not only the 5 best colleges, but please apply for the other colleges as well. So, Kanak, there's a question from Kanak, and he says, please tell information about the nodal centers. So basically, Kanak, in the nodal centers are for our benefit, so that like documents also, as it is mentioned that you'll have to report after the document verification, choice filling, seat allotment. You'll have to if your documents are not being verified, you'll have to go to the nodal center, right? Now after allotment also, uh, for government colleges, the students have to go to that particular college, allotted college. But in case of private colleges, the admissions will be done at the admission nodal center. And the details would definitely be available on your allotment letter as well. So don't worry about that. Wait for the allotment letter and the details would be mentioned over there. Then just give me a moment. I am just figuring out the questions which we have received. So Duodo has a question. Can a candidate submit new choices or only reshuffle old choices in second round? So see, if this is regarding MCC counseling, then we have to fill in the fresh choice filling. Fresh choice filling has to be done in round 2. And if I talk about the other states, maybe if your query is regarding Haryana state counseling process, then also you'll have to fill in the fresh choices. So most of the states do allow fresh choice filling in next round. And when fresh choice filling is mentioned, it simply means that you'll have to fill in the options, re-enter all the options again. So Mathria says, in private colleges also there is bond condition. Yes, in some private colleges bond conditions are there. If I talk about any particular college, then you'll have to tell us the name of those colleges and we can guide you accordingly. If you talk about state-wise, then I do remember that for Karnataka, yes, in private colleges also you'll have to you know, if you get a seat in the private colleges, then also you'll have to uh, serve a 1 year rural service bond is there. Majorly, Ananya, yes, the bond is majorly for the government colleges. Okay. Then some of the questions which we have received are repetitive only. So Basant Prakash says till now I have didn't make registration for round first. Can I apply afterward for the next round? Yes, you can apply for next. You can apply freshly for the next round. As I said, most of the states, yes, they do allow. But some states, like if I give you an example, Chhattisgarh, then they do allow registration only once before round one. So if you are planning to apply for Chhattisgarh, then do apply it before round one only. So whether UP allows fresh choice filling or reshuffling. As of now, it is mentioned that reshuffling is allowed. But I'll just confirm this to you once again whether fresh choice filling is allowed or they only allow you to reshuffle. Because as far as the information available, then it says reshuffling. So reshuffling simply means that you can shuffle the choices which have been filled uh, till now. Okay, so yes. The other questions which we have received are Priyanshi, how to log in onto the portal and check whether the documents are verified. So Priyanshi, simple, you can just log in using your details, using your credentials, your ID and your password, and you can see, it would be mentioned on your portal only. Money says, will I have to submit security amount of 2 lakhs for all the states separately? I have to apply for. Then money, no, see, every state has different, the security amount is different for each and every state money. So you'll not have to fill in the, for some states it's 1 lakh, for some states it's even less. So you'll have to see, whether what is the security money for each and every state. Usha Gupta, I have already explained about it. I think you might not be present from the very beginning in this webinar, but okay. If you have filled in yes for the question which asked for past biology separately, it simply means for the students, those who have studied bio additionally, passed by additionally as a separate subject, and those who do have a separate mark sheet only for biology. So if you have you do not fulfill this condition, and by mistake if you have opted for yes in this particular field, then again don't worry, just write to the authorities and just mail drop in a mail on the official email ID of UP State Counseling. Then they will notify you maybe about it. Round 3, Pulkit, it's a bit complicated whether you can apply for both round 3 of All India quota and state. All India quota round 3 you can apply, but states you'll have to check, because some states, if you have a seat in round 2 through the state counseling, they will not allow you to participate in the mop-up round of the state counseling itself. So that way you'll have to check. And going forward for MCC also, if you have been allotted a seat, if you will get a seat in MCC counseling for round 3, either you'll have to join that seat or your security money will be forfeited. So a very careful decision has to be taken over here. So Prasoon says, Prasoon Talukdar says, if my name is not in the merit list of a particular state, what does it mean? If your name is not in the merit list and you belong to that particular state, or you think you fulfill the conditions of that particular state, then you should contact the official authorities, because sometimes it happens that the names of some students might not be visible in the merit list. So please just talk to the authorities. Rachita Amar, yes, if allotted a seat in first round of All India quota, you can exit freely without forfeiture. Free exit simply means that you do not have to, your security money won't be forfeited. So that's the only meaning of free exit there. So that's not an issue. Ram says, I applied for Karnataka AP when release of filling choices. So the schedule, as soon as the schedule will be out, we will be notifying you about that. Don't worry. Money says, if I submit 2 lakh security amount in UP, but do not submit for other state and register properly for MP and Haryana without security amount, what will happen in that case? So Money, your question is not exactly clear, because if you'll participate, if you'll submit 2 lakh security amount but not submit for other state, so basically if you're asking about that you participate for UP in the first round and the other states from the second round, that possibility can be there, that can be done. And you said that if I do not submit security money, then what will happen? But see, the states which ask for the registration and security money from the, at the time of registration only, you'll have to pay the security money, then only you will get registered for that particular state counseling. So Pulkit Singla says, is language a barrier? A big issue in South India colleges? Not for all the students, Pulkit. Some students we have seen adjusting very well all over India. So language barrier might not be a very big issue in South India colleges. So it depends, it varies from individual to individual specific preferences. Saurabh says, does security amount to be deposited for every state counseling? Yes, for the state counseling where you would like to participate, you will have to submit the registration fee and the security amount. But yes, it is not the same. 2 lakh is not the security amount for each and every state. It varies from state to state. So for today, students, we would be wrapping up the webinar. We would be ending the webinar for today. Some of the queries have been left unanswered for today. We will, you can please write to us at info@careers360.com, and we will try to provide answer. Our team of counselors will try to provide answer to each of your queries. And lastly, I would like to say all the best to each one of you. As I said earlier, also in the beginning of the webinar, please take care of the schedule. Please have a note of the timelines, and participate wisely, attentively, and carefully in the counseling processes, so as to avoid getting your security money forfeited. And you should not face a condition when you become ineligible from any particular state or from decentralized counseling. So be careful with the rules and proceed forward with a careful decision in which states you would like to apply, and in which counseling processes you want to take part, what choices you want to fill in. So please be careful with all of these details, and then do participate in the counseling processes. So I wish you all the best, and I wish you get a seat which you deserve as per your performance in the exam, and as per your and how well you participate in the counseling process. All the best to each one of you, and we'll meet again in the next webinar.